It's Grow TV, where we grow together and learn about God.
Hello, friends. I'm Steve. We've been talking a lot about sports these days, and I didn't want to bring it up. But there's one sport, there's one sport that I feel that I'm born for. Can you guess? That's right. It's always been a big dream of mine to take part in one of the big major league hot dog eating competitions, but I never make it past the minors. You might be wondering, there are major league eating hot dog competitions? Oh yeah, there are tons. Well, probably just a few kids out there who dream of getting that call, stepping up in front of the big huge crowd, then jamming their mouths so full of hot dogs that they might get sick. Oh, it's a beautiful dream. Do you want to see what I've got? Okay. Ready? Timer, please. 3, 2, 1, go! This always happens. Right before I'm going to eat, I imagine the crowd at some big eating competition. But instead of seeing them cheer me on and chanting my name, which is Steve Burger, like cheeseburger, but Steve Burger, anyway. But I see them not being kind to me, booing, laughing.
Hey, Steve. Whoa. What's with all the hot dogs? What's wrong?
Just a guy dreaming of being in a professional hot dog league eating contest, but then thinking the crowd would be mean to him and not being kind at all. And not being able to wreck even one hot dog.
Hey, you never know. I bet they would show you some unexpected kindness.
Really?
Yeah, it totally happens. There is one Bible story where David shows kindness to someone when no one expected him to. It's a story from 2 Samuel 9. You see, David was king. The king before David was a guy named Saul. Saul and David didn't exactly get along that well.
Whoa. I thought this was a story about kindness.
It is. You see, David didn't get along with Saul, but he did with Saul's son, Jonathan. In fact, they were like brothers. Now, Saul and Jonathan weren't around anymore, but David wanted to show kindness to their family in honor of Jonathan. So David asked in 2 Samuel 9:3, "Is there no one still alive from the house of Saul of whom I can show God's kindness?"
That's a pretty kind thing to ask.
It sure was. And it turned out there was someone. His name was Mephibosheth.
Mephibosheth?
Mephibosheth.
Mephibosheth?
Mephibosheth.
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 Mephibosheth. Ah, got it.
Anyway, David had Mephibosheth brought to him immediately. Now, Mephibosheth was probably worried about what this meant. But in verse 7, it says, "Don't be afraid," David said to him, "for I will surely show you kindness for the sake of your father Jonathan. I will restore to you all the land that belonged to your grandfather, Saul, and you will always eat at my table."
I bet that made Mephibosheth happy.
It did. Mephibosheth and his whole family were set for life. Now, David didn't have to do what he did. Just like a crowd doesn't have to show you kindness. But David was kind, and they might be too. I think showing kindness is in God's game plan.
You're right. They might cheer Steve Burger, Steve Burger.
Steve Burger?
Oh yeah, that's my professional eating name.
Okay. Yes, I think they would cheer for you, Steve Burger.
That's kind of you. You know, it must have been kind of hard for David to show kindness like he did in the story. Mephibosheth was Jonathan's son.
Great job. Yes, Mephibosheth was Jonathan's son and Saul's grandson. Saul had been mean to David, and David could have taken that out on his whole family, but he didn't. He chose kindness, and we can too, even when it's hard.
The Bible tells us to love our enemies, not just our friends. Who can you cheer today? Maybe it's someone you haven't always gotten along with, and that's okay. We don't have to agree with everyone all the time, but we can always and should always choose to be kind.
Happy eating.
If I were at a professional eating competition and someone new was participating, I would cheer them on. Okay, I think I'm ready. I can see it now. A sea of kind faces chanting Steve Burger, Steve Burger, Steve Burger. Timer, please. All right. And 3, 2, professional hot dog eating can be pretty gross. So before I begin, it's been fun almost eating a bunch of hot dogs and learning Bible stuff with you today. It's always fun to learn and grow together. See you next time. Bye.
But the plans of the Lord stand firm forever, the purposes of his heart through all generations. Psalm 33:11.